Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another video. Chelsea 4, Leicester 2. I was at the game. I tried to make that clear in the morning. Apologies if you was looking for the watch along and you couldn't find it. No Saeed television, no mad content creations, no watch alongs today for the brothers, both at the games. I put it on the community post. If you don't know, follow me on Instagram, okay? Follow me on Instagram. Link is in the description because that's where I'm going to update. I don't really do Twitter when it comes to YouTube updates because that's a cesspool. I'm on a high. I'm not gonna lie, I'm buzzing. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to get into. There's some criticism for sure, but there's also some praise. It's gonna be a good review. I'm very much looking forward to it. The adrenaline, the endorphins, it's just all popping off for me right now because that game was so, the way it ended was just brought me to life. And I've got a vlog coming out tomorrow morning for you guys with Damien and Anita. If you remember the live reviews, me and Damien and Anita all went to the game. They're going to be in the vlog. You're going to get to see from start to finish all the emotions. But let's get straight into it. Chelsea 4, Leicester 2. First of all, big win, right? We go to Wembley. Very important. Who we're going to get by the time this review comes out, maybe we'll already find out. But we're going to Wembley again in a season where we've been absolutely catastrophic in the league, diabolical in the league, underperforming in the league. To go to Wembley twice is great. Obviously, this time we want to win the cup. That's the only goal. That's the only aim for Chelsea, not to just get to these Wembley, days out and kind of just enjoy being there. No, we want to win. So that's the first thing. We'll see who we get in the next round, but good to get there. We had to win. It was a must bus. All right. Now let's get to the game. Head loss. The team, I didn't want Sterling starting. I said that in the preview. I had Mudryk, I had Chukwuemeka, and I had Palmer in that 3. Madueke maybe could have played as well. That would have been cool, but I didn't have Sterling starting, and for good reason. I don't think he deserves to start. Prior to this, I've not really been too bothered between him and Mudryk because obviously Mudryk's got a lot of developing and coaching to be done. Madueke, I feel the same. Palmer starts on the right-hand side. He's the only attacker in the wide positions that's performed consistently to a high level. But Sterling is also has shown this season he can provide some quality. But I'm done with that. Hands up, I'm done. I hold my hands up, I'm done with that, right? Because this is the thing. With Sterling, it's either got to be consistent output, consistent actions, consistent decision-making at your big age, at your experience, your level, your experience playing for top clubs, or you may as well play the youngster anyway. That's what a lot of people have been saying. You may as well play the younger players, the Maduekes, the Mudryks, give them more minutes, because if they're going to be just as inconsistent, just as indecisive, then at least they're going to get the game time, they're going to get the match day experience, and they're going to build on that, and they've got the higher potential. I hear it. Cool. Forget it. We wrap it. Shocking first half for him. Shocking first half. But Cucurella, let's start with there. He gets his goal on the back post. Marcus Alonso-esque. Jackson, really happy with Jackson. As the season goes on, I just feel like Jackson's getting better and better. We appreciate when he went to the AFCON what we lost. He's come back. He's not getting the bookings. I don't want to jinx it, but he's not got another yellow card to be suspended. He seems to be managing himself, better in that regard. His upper body strength is his chest is out. Do you know what I'm saying? The confidence to hold up the ball, to bring others into play, to actually make the right decisions in the final third, to pass to others, to assist. It's not just about the goals. Obviously, I want the striker to score, but as I've said, Jackson is just a useful player in general. If he doesn't play up front, if we get a new striker and he goes on the flank, or he plays as a second striker, or he's just in the squad, he has shown the money's worth it, and the talent is there, the attributes are there. And hopefully the finisher just keeps improving, the heading ability, etc. just improves, and then we can just use him as the striker. We would have saved an incredible amount of money considering the striker market, but I'm really, really happy with his development. I was sitting on the flank where our right-hand side plays. So, Cole Palmer, Malo Gusto, and also, unfortunately, the Leicester left-hand side, which we'll get to. But can I just say off the bat, Gusto in person is so good. He is such a quality footballer. His touches, we know he had that one game, Liverpool, where his touches were all over the shop, out for throw-ins. But just in general this season, he's right up there for player of the year, young player of the year with Palmer. Unbelievable player, so intelligent, bursting, busting up and down that flank, giving all that width, giving all that energy, giving that quality. And like I said, when Reece James comes into the team, we got to find a solution. It may be that we have a back 3 manager next year who plays him as a right side centre back. It may be that he has to do a Cancelo and become a left back, inverting on that right foot, switching in and cutting them, doing them shots. I don't know, taking them shots. But we need Gusto in this team regardless, bro. I'm not trying to have 2 of these quality players rotated while I got other man stinking up the place, doing up Bozo. So it was Ballers versus Bozo today. That's what it was. Ballers versus Bozo in this team. And it was crazy. So Gusto, shout out to you. So we get our first goal. Now, Sterling in this first half, He misses the 1v1, right? Cool. That can happen. It's not good enough. It's why I didn't want you starting, but I'm tired of cussing you. I did it enough at the game. You're going to see in the vlog. The penalty situation. There is no excuse, and I'm blaming it on Raheem Sterling and Pochettino. There is no excuse for any conversation, any complication, any debate. It's a disgrace to have Raheem Sterling even think for a second he can take that penalty. We're not winning the game 3-4-0. This is not a situation where Lampard gives it to Drogba for the golden boot. You are an experienced player. You are meant to be a leader in this team. This is why, for me, I don't want these type of players in leadership roles. Sterling is not a leader. It's quite clear. You're thinking of yourself before the team. Cole Palmer is clearly, indefinitely the better penalty taker. He's scored all of his penalties this season. They've even started calling him Pen Palmer. I call him Cold. Do you know what I'm saying? But the guy puts his penalties away. So why are you, even for a second, trying to take it off of him? Is it because you've done the interview at the start of the season saying you want to be the highest goal scorer? Is it because you want to get back into the England squad? I don't care what the reasoning is. You should not be walking alongside Cole Palmer, because people are trying to make excuses and say, oh, he's just, you know, it was in training. Whoever takes them better in training. Bullshit. Cole Palmer's been scoring all the penalties. Cole Palmer takes the penalty. Cole Palmer, if you watch the replay, is holding the ball and Sterling's walking alongside him once again, just like he did in the previous cup game earlier on in the season where Enzo had to tell him no. He's walking alongside him, whispering in his ear as a higher senior player, saying, oh, can I have this, please? You know, can we get this penalty? Give it to me. In the end, Cole Palmer's just like, you know what? Just take it, whatever. Just take the ball. And then what does he do? He takes it and he misses it. Now, I'm not a fan of booing players. You're going to see on the vlog, I didn't boo him when he came off. He got a lot of boos. When he took his free kick and skied it and cleared it into the family stands, it's not the family, but he cleared it into the crowd, into the citizens, I didn't boo. I didn't boo Pochettino. I don't boo. Everybody do as you please. You pay your money, whatever. We'll talk about the fans in a minute. But I didn't boo. I'm never going to boo. But it was a atrocious performance. And you can miss and you can misplace passes and you can have all of that. But to take the ball off of the guy who takes the penalties and miss is just ridiculous. And you could have made that first half more comfortable for us. Obviously, we then go 2-0 up. He gets his assist. Cole Palmer scores. But your performance wasn't good enough. You're not showing leadership. You're on a lot of money. And I've said the same with the left backs. If you're making that kind of money, you need to be consistent at your grown-ass big age. And you need to deliver consistent performances. If you can't do that, you got to be on the bench. And then in the summer, you got to be in Saudi. For me, listen, it's time to start learning Arabic. It's a long day. I'm really, really annoyed with the performance, but I'm even more annoyed that the post-match analysis is that anyone can take the penalties. No. There's not anybody can take nothing, okay? There's a clear taker. Let him take the penalties. So Sterling was poor. It was a poor performance. He should have came off before Madueke. I don't know why Pochettino took Madueke off. Madueke wasn't, we go to the second half. Madueke and everyone in the second half, clearly, first 10-15, were not playing well. They got back into the game. Disassi, ever since he made that mistake, the team was just shaken, not stirred. That error looping over Sanchez is insane. I was on that side of the pitch. I was sitting on that side when he did that. I was just in awe, but in a bad way. My jaw dropped. I couldn't believe the ball just looped into the net. There was no need for it. Wasn't under that much pressure. Just keep the ball on the ground, just play it on the ground. And that just brought all of the pressure back over. And then obviously the Leicester fans are singing. I'm near the away section. They're going mad. They're booing Ben Chilwell every single time he runs up and down that touchline. Then Madueke is coming off as well. And I'm thinking, what's going on? He's had a good first half. Why is he not staying on? He's had a really good first half. Really lively in that 10, making good runs, making good opportunities. But he's off and Sterling's still on, which is ridiculous. And then obviously the second goal. The second goal is individual brilliance from that left-hand side. Absolutely insane. I'm watching it right in front of me. They're number 10. Step overs, skills. Gusto's had a great game. It takes a lot to do that to him. Unbelievable. The way it just bent into the far corner, I'm thinking, why is this team constantly throwing away leads? Why is this team had a good first half? Could have been 4-0 because we could have scored more. That's why we're annoyed with Sterling in the first place, right? Not being clinical, typical Chelsea. Then we come out for the second half and we just look like a completely different team. We're not in control. We're not making chances. They're back in the game. We've given them a foot in, another individual defensive error. Bozo backline today. Bozo backline. Cucurella, you're exert. You got your goal. Gusto, you're exert. The two centre backs and the keeper. Bozo backline today, bro. Sanchez was making me shit myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? That brother was making so many close calls with the ball playing. Petrovic has to start in goal. Enough for this ball playing bullshit, bruv. He is not good enough on the ball to justify giving me a heart attack. He's just not. Sanchez, that's that. It's very clear. You're not better than Petrovic, right? Especially when you're older, slightly older. No, Petrovic plays it safe. He might, give it away more in general play, but I'm sorry, Sanchez just gives me a heart attack. I can't take it. So that needs to come back in the semi-finals. Petrovic back in goal. Like I said, the Sassy, crazy on that goal. That's your error, wild. And the second goal is individual brilliance. But the second half is not great. Now, on the fans, I'm at the game. I've done the vlog. I don't like vlogging. I've done it more for you guys so you can get the match day experience and see what I'm like in the stadium. Really weird. Stamford Bridge, the atmosphere was awful. I'm telling you no lies. The first song did not start until the 66th minute and it lasted about 30 seconds. And that's probably being generous. So no atmosphere. It was just all Leicester fans, right? And then as I'm like making noise, I'm chanting, or not even chanting, but I'm like, shouting at players and I'm loud. I'm loud. People are looking at me like there's people with, mochas and cappuccinos and they're looking at me. Now, some people are, they're smiling. Some people are looking at me like, why are you making so much noise? I don't know what's going on because this is not the Stamford Bridge I know. Back when I used to go to Stamford Bridge when I was younger, and when I wasn't a content creator and I didn't have work, bro, I used to, and I love watch-alongs now. I didn't used to like them when I started. I was like, I don't know if I want to do watch-alongs. It took me a few years to get into it, but I love them now because, we just watched the game together. But going to the bridge, it's actually weird. It's really quiet. There's no songs. Even when we scored, okay, we cheer and then it just goes silent. There's no songs. It's really odd. I remember the 4-4 against Ajax at home and games like that. And, Juventus at home. And maybe it's because we're shit. That might be the reason. We need Champions League football. I don't know. But it's really, really poor. Second half, it was just dead. We made more noise. Well, not me. Others made more noise booing Sterling, booing Poch, VAR for penalty and, stuff like that than they did for actually cheering Chelsea on, which I find crazy. Thankfully, we always play the Liquidator at the start and that always gets my taste buds tingling, bruv. I fucking love the Liquidator. It's an absolute goated song. If we're in Championship League 1, I will be still... Bruv. When you see the vlog, I fucking love that song. All right, so we move. So second half is not good. He makes that weird change and it is what it is, right? And then Carney Chukwuemeka. Now we get to the positives, right? Because I've done enough ranting. Carney Chukwuemeka. Oh my God. This is the low block brother. This is the guy that has the key to the car, bruv. He's the one that can unlock. He's the one that can play those intricate little 1-2s. Wonderful little flick from Cole Palmer and behind the line. Carney Chukwuemeka's running onto it, instant impact, couple of starts this season, couple of appearances, loads of injuries, but goal contributions were there. We saw it against West Ham, real talent. This is why I say it's ballers versus bozos. And Pochettino might be in the bozo park if he doesn't fix up because it's a long day for him too. Some of the quotes I saw post-match, but we move. Yeah, there's some real ballers here trying to thrive, trying to breathe, trying to get their head above water. And then there's some bozos that keep dragging them down and keep pulling them down and trying to suffocate them. It's not good. So Carney Chukwuemeka is one of those ballers and it was a really good goal. Wonderful finish through the legs. And then obviously, now did I not just get the most incredible view of Madueke? Madueke's goal. I was chanting when he was on the bench, running up and down. Like I said, they're booing Chilwell. I'm like, Noni, you have to come on. Because at this point, I'm trying to get Sterling off. I want Noni Madueke on. Madueke, this goal from start to finish, the way he dribbles past a couple of players. And this is why there's no need for Mudryk versus Madueke, right? There's no need for Mudryk versus Madueke. There actually isn't. There's been many a times where I've said, you know what? They both should have cost the same price. They're both developing. They both got things to learn. I think that's all facts. Then sometimes when Madueke is in form, people will be like, oh, Mudryk's awful. Then when Madueke is off form, people are like, he's awful and Mudryk's brilliant. No. Let's just leave it at this. Leave it as this. Both young, both are worth about 35 mil. Both got talent, both need coaching, both need improving. What a goal. If you can score a goal like that, because at Stamford Bridge, we ain't got enough of it. That was just the way the ball just dipped and dived. Oh, landed in that top corner. It was disgustingly beautiful. Really good game from him when he came on impact. Carney Chukwuemeka, Cole Palmer again, Mudryk, great, especially in the first half. Jackson. So these guys, again, it needs leadership around, it needs experience around for a whole season. But there's something in all of this. There's some talent here to be tapped into. But yeah, it was a tough game. It was a rough game. It was a messy game. But we got through it in the end. We won 4-2. Like I said, I can't be booing. Ain't nobody going. I said it on my FIFA live there yesterday. I ain't gonna be booing no manager, booing no players when they come off. I just clap or I just don't do anything. If I'm that angry, I just won't do anything. I don't do the booing thing. I'm not gonna tell others what to do. My main critique is just we're really, really quiet. Now again, you don't have to sing if you don't want to. I get it. We're depressed, but they do need our backing. Those young players, they do need some chance. They do need some sing song. They do need it because. I mean, we just went toe-to-toe with a championship team. We went toe-to-toe with Leeds when they rested. We went toe-to-toe with Wimbledon. 2-1, 3-1, I can't remember. Conceded a penalty. Like, when we play these lower league teams, I'm going there for my morale boost. I'm going there for my confidence boost. I'm going there for my self-esteem. But we still struggling, do you know what I'm saying? We still fighting to the death. But yeah, we won. That's the main thing. I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave out nobody. But yeah, some really good performances in there. Some really good, talented players that hopefully... under the right guidance, with the right pieces around them, leadership, just a bit of experience to lead on, players that are going to actually lead and not think of themselves. Seriously, really angry with Sterling again today. Needs to be benched. Can't be taking penalties off Palmer like that. Mad. But yeah, we move, guys, into the next round, into the semi-finals, and we got away with it a bit, but we make it through in the end. I mean, yeah, wild. But yeah, listen, the vlog will be out tomorrow. Smash up the likes, make sure you subscribe, big up your damn selves. In a bit, people. Peace.